Well, hey there, Jen.
And it's Elke, and today we're talking about how we can help Zazzle. Oh my gosh, we had it all planned. We can help stay-at-home moms do a business online and fit it within their schedule while still making 5 to 6 figures. And yeah, this is real. It happens because it happened to me. I was a busy mom. I have 3 kids and I just wanted to be with them, but I still didn't want to give up my income. And so I found a platform called Zazzle, and that platform was the best thing that ever happened to me because I could be a seller on that platform whenever I wanted to, whatever time I had free, and I could work less than 20 hours a month and still make 6 figures once I set it up. And so that's what we're here to talk about today. And if you're a busy mom and you go like, geez, I just would really like to have a side hustle where I can see the future and I can see that this is long term and that all my efforts won't just be wasted because I'm going to have to try something else. This is long term. It works really well. We started in 2007. Oh my gosh. And since then, we've had so much fun as well as excitement and change in our lives for the better because we don't even really know what it's like to really work hard anymore. Instead, we're having a lot of fun. And me, now that my daughter's grown up, which is Jen, I can just say, yes, Zazzle did exactly what I needed it to do. I was able to build a business on that platform, make the money I wanted to be able to pay the bills and more, and have it set up in such a way that I work when it's free for me, not for when I had to do it somehow for someone else. And if I wanted to, I could work more and make more money, or I could just let it coast and have the money continue passively, which is so awesome because once you make it once and it starts to sell, it'll sell again. And all you do is manage it after that, which I loved that principle. So if you haven't ever heard about Zazzle, we're here to talk about it. And we're here to help you understand that this is a pretty darn good, viable thing. And you don't have to pay for ads. You don't have to pay for other things you just need a computer, internet, you're done, and some graphics if you want, if you don't have any graphics on your own. But you can be incredibly creative and you don't have to spend a lot of money. The only thing you should spend some money on is some coaching, which is what we're really, really good at. We have a ton of stay-at-home moms in our coaching client circle and community, and they are crushing it because they were basically running, doing their full-time job, another side hustle, and looking after the family and trying to get Zazzle to work. And now Zazzle is their main source of income. And most of them are like, we're celebrating with them going like, you quit your job. Now it's only Zazzle. And I'm so excited to be able to say that we've done that for people all around the world. And we're so excited to be able to talk about that here with you and get some more details for you to just see what this is all about and see if it works for you.
Yeah. And so in this video, we wanted to emphasize how Zazzle fits around the family lifestyle in terms of that you're able to stay at home and have that security of financial income coming in and also be flexible with your hours, right? Because you are your own boss. So that means that you're able to work whenever you want, first of all, or also whenever you're able to, because I know that kids and young families take a lot of time and effort to put into raising them, right? And so you might not have time throughout the entire day or consistent time throughout the entire day to work on your business. And
even in the maybe you won't even get to it in a week, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because Zazzle allows you to work on your own schedule and create your own, your own schedule. And so you're able to also not always stick to that schedule because I know that life happens, things happen, kids get sick, they have to come home from school early, basketball practice, all of those things. And we're talking about young families here. And maybe you also have teenagers or young adult children, and maybe you want to spend more time with them as well, or maybe they need help. Because I know that for myself and my own experience with my mother in our family, we sometimes we just needed help as adults too, and so there needed to be times where Elke was very flexible with coming to our aid and spending time with us and being able to be there with us in terms of the family time spent together. And so no matter what you have in terms of young family or an older family, this is a very flexible opportunity for you to work with your own schedule, because things happen, life happens, and not only then your own schedule during the time where you're actually supposed to be working, but then also understand that it isn't a business that allows you to take multiple like days and even weeks off if you have it set up properly, so that you can focus on family related things or anything else, whether or not you're even a stay-at-home mom. You can be, putting this into your own situation as well. But imagine you want to go on a family vacation, and you have to ask your boss first, and your boss says no. And so you're not allowed to go on a family vacation with your kids only until November of next year. And sometimes that, sounds normal to people, but for people like myself and Elke, who have created our own online businesses, that wouldn't stand, right? We would make sure that we had the opportunity to go on vacation because we want to go, and that's the time when we want to go. And that's also what Zazzle allows you to do, is be very flexible, not only with vacation, but even with dentist appointments, even with doctor's appointments, and just living your normal life is a lot easier because you don't have to stick to a certain schedule that is all between the hours of 9 to 5, right? And anything above and beyond that.
And you don't have to commute anywhere. You can work from anywhere. What I liked was that I basically had all day long to do what I needed to do. Like, so for the kids when they were younger, it was really nice because I could just work when they were having a nap, or if they were asleep at night, if I wanted to, or then once they were older and we had to drop them off at school, then I would do all that. And it was so nice. And then they came home for lunch and it was awesome. But in between, while they were at school, I could work, right? And then later, when they got involved with sports and things like that, and soccer games and volleyball games and this and that, and I was like Miss Driver Mom, then, I didn't mind and I could do it all. And then whenever there was a free moment, during the day or whatever, I was able to work. And the reason that I was able to do that is because I worked out a system so that I would basically have to work 4 hours a week in order to get all my work done. And that's what we teach now in the Profit by Design Academy, which is our signature coaching program for the Zazzle platform, because it just gives you step-by-step what you need to do. Now, as I said earlier, if I wanted to ramp it up, or if I wanted to make more sales, then I would just put more effort in. But to maintain something that I've already built in terms of whatever I had in my Zazzle store, if there were changes and fluctuations and something might not be selling as much anymore, then I would just, use those 4 hours a week to work on that. Like, let's say there's a new trend going around that I had to catch up on, but what a lot of we teach is actually evergreen. So you don't have to be jumping through the hoops all the time. And instead, you can just set your business up to such a degree that it doesn't need constant attention. And I think that's the key there. And I love the fact that basically whatever my kids' schedule was, I could work around it without actually having to always stay up between midnight and 2. That didn't happen. Even though I'm a night owl, I stayed up for other reasons because of that, reading a book or something. It really gives you a lot of free time if you have a system in place that allows you to do it effectively and efficiently and profitably. Mm-hmm. Now, what else? Some of the people, when you're a busy mom, the last thing you want is someone to tell you, even you have, where can you find 4 hours in a week? And it's true. I was when I was overwhelmed before I started doing Zazzle, and I was juggling a full-time job, driving an hour to work and then pick another hour back home and picking up the kids, doing dinner, putting them all to bed, and then my work expected me to work afterwards. So I was just exhausted all the time. Then I definitely wouldn't feel like I had even 4 hours a week. So, but if you start to even do an hour a week and then work your way up to 4 hours a week, you start to see some sort of change and some development, then you can start to realize, yeah, I can actually figure out where to get 4 hours. It's not very, very much. And that effort is so important to see that there's and like that you get back what you gave out in the hours. So that's really important. And then, if you don't know where to start, then you just come and check out what we offer in the Profit by Design Academy. This is one of the reasons that I did this. I saw so many moms that were in my position that were even trying to make it work on Zazzle, because first you have to say yes to Zazzle, right? You have to decide, okay, this is where I'm going to put my efforts because I only have a couple hours. But then when you decide, yeah, I'm going to make Zazzle the thing that works for me, then at that point, there were so many people that were in the Zazzle community as designers and sellers that were struggling to like make it happen without working like 20 hours a day, let alone 20 hours a month. And that's when I realized I've got to tell people how I do it. And because of that, that's how our program's set up. You're literally not like one of your goals is to not work so hard and to literally already build your business based on how you would have your business once it was earning the amount of money that it should be earning, so that you can feel comfortable that you're getting a nice income, but also just a nice nest egg, right? Because your time is so valuable. You don't really want to do stuff that ultimately may not pay off to that degree. And I think that's what really got me, was this is a repeatable thing. So print on demand, which is what the Zazzle platform is, I didn't even talk about that, allows you to create products that will sell only when someone is going to buy it, right? So it's a digital image and it's all set up so that once someone says yes to it and even customizes it, then all of a sudden you get like a royalty. So because it's set up that way, you don't have to deal with anything else besides putting the products up for sale in a digital format. You don't have to do, any sort of shipping and dealing with customers and billing, nothing with making the products in the first place. So all of that is taken away, right? You don't have to spend your time on that. You can only spend your time on creating more assets. And then because these are templates where people can switch things around and add their name or change the design, even if they completely change the design after they start with your template, you still get paid. And what that does is allows so much flexibility, and everything is possible, and your customer can literally do the work to design their own product and you still get paid, and I'm pointing to me because I got paid so much. It's awesome. Basically 6 figures that Zazzle paid me out, and it was all profit except for what it cost me to pay for my computer and my internet. And it allowed me to feel like I'm really happy that I've done this work, and I did it for like a certain number of hours the first time. But then even years later, I'm still selling those products that I designed those past years, and it compounds. So, you make a couple of products now, whenever you have time, and then over time, you end up with 100 products and then 1,000 products and so on. And if those are all selling for you, all of a sudden you have 1,000 products each selling for you. It's like a gold mine. I call it printing money. So I hope you've been in my infectious desire, excitement about it, hopefully makes you go like, I think I should check this out some more. I think that's the most important thing, because it has to fit with your schedule, has to fit with your lifestyle. You can't be like getting all in your own head about it. It's just fun because you're not paying for anything to list it. You're not being penalized, or you don't have to do, competitions to get accepted to sell your stuff. Just put it out there. And if it sells, you go like, this is awesome.
I know. No, it is awesome. And I don't know why more people don't just try and see what it's all about. Because I have definitely tried to convince my girlfriends, and they were like, same thing. Like Elke just said, oh, I'm too busy. I won't be able to find time. There's 4 hours in a week that you can find time for. And the best part too, before we wrap up and we say goodbye, is that if you're a mom and you have young kids, or maybe your kids have now grown up into teenage years, that you've experienced all of the celebrations, all of the birthday parties, all of the things that you personally were purchasing things for when you were celebrating those things. And so if you were wondering, well, what am I going to sell? I don't have a niche, or I don't know what I'm going to be putting up for sale, you already have insider information on kids' niches in terms of anything that you could do with birthday parties or with kids' clothing, kids' accessories, sports for kids. The world is your oyster when it comes to having the ability with Zazzle, especially with the 1,500 plus products that you can design on, to explore and take your knowledge of being a mom and move it above and beyond forward. There are people who sell to-do like notebooks and to-do lists for moms and for organizing schoolwork on Zazzle as well. And so if you think that you don't know what to sell, you've already had your own customer marketing experience where you're doing your own research because you are the mom, right? Maybe you also have other interests and you're maybe an artist or a painter or photographer or just a graphic designer or a non-creative either. But still, if you're not creative and you're wondering where do I go into and what can I sell, you already have a lot of market research because you are the person that was buying for those celebrations at one point. And so you can design your own versions of things that you might want to sell for celebrations and kids' birthday parties, etc. Yeah.
And I thought you were actually going to talk about how you get your kids involved in a Zazzle store, because that's what a lot of our clients do. Actually, they teach them all about marketing and online business by actually helping them with their own online store. Officially, you can be, your kids can own their own store at age 13, but you can also set up a store already sort of ready for them and play around with it so that ultimately that becomes a nest egg. It can pay for their college tuition. It's awesome because as long as you follow the rules. But I taught Jen. That's why she's in this business with me, because if it wasn't for me teaching Jen, she wouldn't have a Zazzle store either. So, and she's done really well as well. It's just, there's so many pluses and benefits. And that way you can even spend some of your time teaching your kids together and helping them become self-sufficient financially and learning about business, which is fabulous.
Mm-hmm. So thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to comment, to like this video, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and give us any feedback. We love reading your comments, first of all, and then also if you have any other content that you want to see on this channel, then let us know, because we want to help provide you with solutions, with answers, and with inspiration to start your own online business with Zazzle.
Yes, we definitely want to empower women all over the world to create their own online business, and Zazzle is definitely the way to go.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.